ready?
Yep, whenever you're ready.
Yacht A, Jennifer Danette.
Yacht A, Leola Cowboy Inishia.
Yacht A, my name is Melanie Yazi. I'm one of the co-founders of the Red Nation.
Olaha Velina Mai Kako Kavika Maile Vau.
My name is Sam Gardapi, and I am a Pawnee second from
my name is David Maile.
I'm a Lakota
Chana,
from
and
the Lower Brule Sioux
Hi, my
tribe.
name is Nick Estes, and I'm a
co-founder
co-founder with the Red Nation.
I am Stella, a Danette transgender woman, a human being wondering why this place is so harmful, why continual violence is being committed toward my homeless relatives and lesbian, gay, bi, and transgender family. I'm here because we need immediate change. We need accountability. I'm here because I'm a product of this town and this county. My grandmother instilled in her, as she has instilled in me, that we are all human beings. We cannot look away anymore and dismiss our suffering relatives. We cannot look away from our own broken selves. It is not our fault, but we can change it. In this past year, gates were built to separate our homeless relatives in a place that makes them the problem. Many of our homeless relatives walk hours on end, hungry and broken, while its city officials wonder why the hell we are the way we are and how to resolve us, the problem. We are the condition of racism. So many years have passed and we are still being exterminated. Over 170 Native relatives have died unnaturally in the past 3 years, and liquor still saturates these streets. It is no longer an Indian problem. It's a people problem.
Very pleased to be a part of the Red Nations. I'm very appreciative and encouraged by our young people's care and interest in the Indigenous people's issues and concerns that expand from the past to the present. I take on the concerns of my ancestors and the cares of my ancestors when I also use or be a part of Red Nations to address the ongoing violence that is Gallup, New Mexico. You know, as a member of Red Nations, we are demanding justice for the Indigenous and Navajo people who come into Gallup, who live in Gallup, and who are treated with incredible violence and discriminated against, and where racism is rampant.
I was speaking to somebody today, and I said, 180 people have passed away since July 2013, and he said, wow, I thought you were going to say since like 1975 that 180 people had passed away. And the fact that that has transpired in less than 24 months, and those are all Native people who died in Gallup, means that the conditions of life for Native people off-reservation, and this is the population we primarily deal with in Albuquerque and Gallup, is incredibly violent, and it's catastrophic.
There's a political vacuum existing in off-reservation Native populations because nobody is speaking to their issues. Those issues include anything from healthcare to rampant criminalization and harassment and by the police or law enforcement. It could include lack of adequate education. It could include lack of social services, or it could include anything from finding a job or a decent place to live or a home.
I got involved with the Red Nation because number one, I like the concept. Number two, it was because there was no political activity in this area to help our people. Natives were dying and were being murdered on the street, homeless natives. We have a very large Native population in this part of the country, but not a whole lot of activism, not a whole lot of issues are being addressed.
While my brothers and sisters lie on the side of the street, in the ditches, cold, hungry, forgotten. You're not forgotten. are you?
I'm originally from Tulagai, New Mexico. Last year, a convenience store there tried to open a liquor establishment, but with the help of citizens like yourself, Jennifer Denedale, that shit was shut down. That is the power of this group here. Look at all these yellow signs, these tombstones of recognition that the city of Gallup has produced. Our relatives are being bullied into shame and silence, herded around the city like sheep and simply forgotten. The city of Gallup needs to be accountable starting today. Our loved ones who have passed this winter will never see another blossoming spring, another birthday, or simply be loved. We walk and stand here in solidarity for them. They will never be forgotten. We are here to make sure the city of Gallup doesn't either.
This isn't a new problem. This isn't anything new. And the Red Nation isn't doing anything new either. We're actually continuing, 500 years of resistance. The city of Gallup, it makes money off of the land and life of Native people. This city preys on Native people, and we're treated like nothing in our own land. These are actually a continuation of colonialism. Colonialism is not over. The city of Gallup is creating acts of war on Native people. The U.S. government is creating acts of war. They are systemically killing us one by one, and we're not going to take it anymore. And that's why we're here. That's why we're standing up. And that's what we're going to do. Thanks.
We are centered on building a broad-based movement that centers Indigenous issues and placing Indigenous issues and Native issues at the forefront of struggle, rather than an afterthought, which often Native people are if they're considered at all.
And we really try to orientate ourselves and hopefully this movement that we're trying to build around this sort of like strident politics that's rooted in sort of the Indigenous critique of colonialism and capitalism. And again, I don't see really any other group that is really doing that, Indigenous-led or not, at least in the so-called United States. So that's why
I've been working with the Red Nation collectively on solidarity statement against the 30-meter telescope project that is infringing upon Hawaiians or Kanaka Maoli's sacred mountain Mauna Awa Kea or Mauna Kea, and in doing so, working with other organizations around the world and activists to take a stand in solidarity against this type of colonial but also capitalist kind of violence against Native peoples and our lands.
But one of the most important things about Red Nation is the action, is the movement, is the appearance, is being there. And that's what I'm about. I don't know any other way to be in an organization. I've never been taught how to be a human, how to be a woman, how to be a wife, how to be a mother. No one's ever taught me how to be an activist. So the only thing I know how to do is show up and speak who I am and what I'm fighting for every day. And that's for this land. I want it back. I don't know what that looks like, but I would love to see how we're going to dismantle this. I'm excited. Let's do it.
Gonna